We are back on the Nova once again, and it's time to get this thing one color. Actually, it's time to start sanding this thing down as much as possible. Now, I did already start on the roof, if you guys can't tell, because I'm pretty filthy, and it's quite filthy in the shop here. And I do have the passenger side of the car done. Now, when I started on this, I thought maybe I could do some tricks here to get it to come off easier. One of those was just using straight acetone to wipe it off. That didn't work. And then I went ahead and checked the internet, and some guys were saying try Easy Off Oven Cleaner. That definitely didn't work. Now, the reason why that didn't work is because the primer that was sprayed on the car has a catalyst in it or a hardener in it that has made this stuff like rock hard, which is good, which is what you want when you're doing body work. But I was hoping that maybe I could find something to just wipe it all off of the car. That didn't happen. So these are a couple little spots I tried. This was just with the acetone here and there. You can see all it did was wipe off kind of the black here. And actually this black is either a spray on guide coat or this is just thin spray paint that was put all over the car. You use that so as you're sanding, you can see when you're straight. You will sand all the black off and it'll end up looking like this, nice and gray, and then you know you're straight. But I'm not worried about any of that. What I'm worried about is getting this car back to the yellow. And I may just leave the front clip and primer. That's a lot of sanding plus the hoods and primer, so kind of screw that. So we're going to be working on this side of the car now. I don't have too much to do. Like I said, the roof is already done, but I'm going to go ahead and start sanding. I will show you guys kind of how the acetone and the Easy Off works. Actually, I probably won't even show you the Easy Off because it did absolutely nothing besides for make a mess on the ground. So let's start sanding. Scratch that. Before we get into sanding, I will show you guys the acetone trick. So this is a different type of primer. Pretty sure this is just primer that did come out of a spray paint can. It's like a red oxide primer. This actually seems to come off if you kind of work at it. I can wipe this stuff off and makes my job a little bit easier, but this stuff also actually sands pretty easy. Besides for the fact that it kind of moves the red around and kind of almost embeds it a little bit into the sand scratches that were there from whoever prepped the car. So this works for like your spray paint primers and stuff. The acetone does, at least. Again, the Easy Off didn't seem to do anything actually, but you can see that it works for here. So I'll get another rag and I'll show you kind of what it does to the actual hard primer or the gray primer. Again, same thing. Acetone on the rag will really soak it this time, so I don't have to get more on there. This is either the guide coat or it's black spray paint, but that does seem to take that off. It obviously must not have any type of catalyst in it or hardener in it. And if I work around it, it seems to help like the black surrounding areas. Now, again, it does absolutely nothing to the primer. I'll get a clean spot on the rag and show you guys that. Okay, basically clean spot on the rag. It won't even barely turn this gray. So for the amount of scrubbing I'm doing, it's really not affecting it, which is fine. I mean, I did know that going into it. So now I know that really my only solution here is to pick up the DA and grab some sandpaper and just start sanding. Okay, so we're gonna get sanding. I've got some protective stuff on. Dust mask is a must. These are cheap. You can buy these pretty much anywhere. I do like wearing gloves when I sand, because if you guys have ever sanded and you got to get down into some hard to reach places like a body molding or something like that, you can sand your fingertips off and it's a complete nightmare. So I just wear some cheap gloves as well. Got my DA, a bunch of paper here. This is 220 grit. Didn't want to go any coarser than that because I really do want to try to save as much as the yellow. So here it's just light pressure, and all we're trying to do is get rid of the primer. And voila, the Nova is all yellow. I've got some pretty awesome lighting going on right now. I am absolutely filthy. The ground is filthy. My eyes are bloodshot from all the sanding dust coming in. But all in all, the car is yellow. You can see I did do the fender. My lovely wife showed up, reassured me that I should be doing that. I also have to do the hood and the other side fender as well. One thing I think I am going to do is step up my grit of sandpaper, or technically down. This is 220. It's kind of a cheaper sandpaper and it's losing its grittiness really fast, so it doesn't cut very long. So I'm going to step up, meaning down in grit size. I'm going to go to 180 to do the hood and the fender, and then we should be good to go. So hopefully you guys like how the car turned out already. There you can see the other side. Let me know what you think. Leave it down in the comments, like, subscribe as always, and I will keep getting videos out to you on this car, even though it's almost done. Oh, we got a Mustang to do yet. Same thing actually. You can strip that car down and repaint it a different yellow, a newer Mustang yellow. So, thanks for watching, and we will catch you guys next time.